Today, we are going to be learning to juggle using only a few simple things that you can do anywhere as long as you have a ball. To juggle the ball successfully, we need to be able to hit the ball straight up consistently so it doesn't go too far away from us and we can keep it under control. To do this, there are 4 things we need to do. Hit the ball with the right part of our foot, hit the right spot on the ball, use the right foot shape, and hit the ball with the right amount of power. The first step is that we need to be hitting the ball with our laces, which is right here in the top middle of our foot. The laces is a pretty flat and big area on our foot that can be really reliable when juggling and hitting the ball. The next step is to hit the ball in the right spot. For juggling, we want to be hitting the ball directly below it to make it pop directly back up so it doesn't go too far away from us and we maintain control. Step 3 is to use the right foot shape. You'll notice that my foot is in sort of a V shape when I make contact with the ball, and this ensures that the ball doesn't bounce away from us. It also uses more surface area on our foot, which makes it easier to be more accurate consistently. You don't want this V shape to be rigid and immovable, but you don't want your ankle to be loose either. You can see how mine sort of moves with the ball and flicks it every time I make contact. A great way to practice using the right part of your foot and having that V shape is to place the ball on your foot like this and try to hold it there. This will guarantee that you are using the right part of your foot and help you feel what it should feel like to make contact with that part of the foot. If you get good at this, you can even practice dropping the ball and stalling it like this. The last thing you need to achieve good juggling is to hit the ball with the right amount of power. You can tell if you have the right amount of power if the ball is going between knee and chest height. To do this, you have to swing your leg not too soft but not too hard, and this is something you'll quickly figure out while practicing. A key tip is to try and make contact with the ball right as your leg is reaching maximum straightness like mine is here. This allows you to get the most power out of your leg swing with less effort, making it the most efficient time to hit the ball. Now that we know all the fundamentals of juggling, let's go over ways to practice. The best way to learn for beginners is just to begin with the ball in your hands, then drop it and kick it back up to your hands. Keep practicing this until you can consistently hit the ball back up to your hands like I am here. You can see that whenever I hit the ball back up, the ball is spinning backwards. This is because my foot is coming from below me to where the ball is, giving my foot momentum in the left direction. This, combined with me making contact on the bottom of the ball, will cause the ball to bounce straight back up with backspin. Aim to keep this backspin while juggling like I am here. Once you've mastered this, the next step is to go for 2 juggles every time you drop it instead of 1. You can do this by either going for 2 on one foot or alternating 1 on each foot like I am here. After you can consistently do this, move on to 3 juggles and then 4 and so on. Once you can reliably do between 5 and 10 juggles, you are ready to start trying to break your record. Now once you start going for higher numbers of juggles in a row, it may not always be pretty in the beginning. You may have to move around a lot to keep the ball up, you may fall over, and you'll most definitely drop the ball many times. But the more time you spend practicing your juggling, the better and smoother it will get. Now that we know how juggling works and how to practice it, there is one more piece that we have not gone over yet, the flick up. The flick up is how you get the ball from the ground up into the air to begin juggling. Now there are many complex and fancy ways of flicking the ball up, but today we are going to focus on the easiest flick up to learn. To do this flick up, start with your foot on top of the ball like this. Then start to roll the ball back towards you. Put your foot onto the ground right as it rolls off the ball and point your toe downwards like this. Now as the ball starts to roll up onto your foot, you want to flick it up by pointing your toe up into the V shape that we saw earlier. You can practice just rolling the ball up onto your foot and stalling it like this to practice the right shape and contact point on your foot, or you can flick the ball straight up to juggling and put everything we learned today to the test. If you practice the things we learned today, your juggling and first touch will improve quickly. If you want to challenge yourself even more and learn even more advanced ways to juggle, click up here. Thanks for watching. Thank you to this user who suggested this video in the comments and to everyone who has subscribed and watched me so far. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this tutorial and anything you want to see in the future. Thank you.